Welcome back to Mac Talks Football. And with the season just about 2 weeks ago, the clubs are making all their moves to bring in new players, getting all those deals ready before the season starts. And teams from all across Europe and the agents are up 24 hours to get the deals that they need to sign, so that they can strengthen their squad and have a better season as compared to the one they had last year. We are going to talk about some deals that have been completed. They have not been officially announced till yet, but the deals have already been done, and the players have moved their clubs. We are going to talk about some of the deals from across Europe, and we are going to start in France, and we are going to start with Paris Saint-Germain. After 2-3 weeks of negotiating, they have finally gotten their man. João Neves is going to PSG for Benfica, and I think it's a very great, like a very smart signing for PSG. The price quoted is 60 million euros plus 10 million in add-ons, and Benfica are gonna get Renato Sanchez on loan as well. 22 years old as Neves, a defensive midfielder, and PSG needed that a strong midfielder in midfield to strengthen them in the midfield area. It's often the case, especially in European games, when they are not able to compete with other European teams because of the midfield area, and they are trying to strengthen that area. And the other midfielders are, like, most of them are getting a young player who can make that place his own for the next coming years. It's a great signing for them, and I think it's a good signing for all the four parties involved. Neves is going to go to a better league as compared to the Portuguese one. He's going to play in the Champions League. He gets to show his talent on a worldwide stage. And then Benfica themselves, they get a good amount of money, and they get Renato Sanchez back on loan. And for Sanchez itself, again, it's a good deal. He goes back to his home. He goes back to his home country, and he can showcase his talent, get his career regenerated after a disastrous spell at PSG, which has not worked out. So as I said, it's a great deal for all the four parties involved. The deal has not been announced till now officially, but we have gotten Fabrizio Romano's "here we go," so we know it's all but confirmed the deal. So yeah, that is a really great signing for PSG. And from France, we are gonna move towards Italy, and we are gonna talk about AS Roma and their signing of Artem Dobiek, the Ukrainian striker. They have gotten him from Girona from about 34 million euros and in 6 million euros in add-ons, and I think it's a great signing for them. I'm personally quite surprised that Girona have let him go. It feels like that it was the player that he wanted to leave. He scored 24 goals last year for Girona, winning the Pichichi, and Girona had a great season. But I think Adobek's thinking is that Girona had a great season, but to him it feels like it's a one-off. He missed on the chance of playing Champions League that Girona are going to play, and instead he has chosen to go to Roma, where he will play in the Conference League. But I think he thinks in his mind that there's a better chance of progressing at Roma as compared to Girona, and I think that is why he has decided to move. Girona would be very disappointed that they have lost Dobek, but they have gotten a good amount of money, so they can replace him. Roma, on the other hand, they would be delighted. I mean, they were not able to sign Lukaku permanently. Sabat Sardar has left as well, and then Tammy Abraham has gotten injured. So to get a Dobrik in their midst, it's very important. As I said, he scored 24 goals, and it would be really helpful for Roma to get him in the squad as quickly as possible before the season start. He gets in rhythm, and he can help them get back into the Champions League places this season. So another great signing on that aspect. The third player that we are going to talk about is Jan Koto, and we are going to Germany, to Borussia Dortmund. They have gotten their back 22-year-old right back from Manchester City. Sorry, he has not played for Manchester City like the total of 2 or 3 appearances. His last 4 years have been on loan in different clubs. Last 2 years he was on loan at Girona. He did he was a really good important part of Girona's defensive setup, and the people at Dortmund have noticed that, and they have paid about 25 million euros plus 5 million in add-ons to get him to Dortmund. This one, the rumors started to come during the Euros, and it has continued, and now today, as I said, most of these deals have not been announced till now. Only the Fabrizio Romano's "here we go" is the reason that I'm making these videos, because I think when he says almost he says something 99.99%, it's sure that a deal is going to happen. So Jan Koto is going to Dortmund, and I said it's a really good signing. They don't really have any particular player at that position. Right back, he can play a right back. He's a right back, but he can play at left back. He can play as a center back as well. So it's a great signing for Dortmund. And moving on from Germany, we are going to come into England, and we are going to talk about my club, Arsenal. Arsenal have already signed Raya, they have already signed Callagher, and now it feels like we are going to sign another midfielder in Mikel Merino. Personal terms have already been agreed with the player, and now Arsenal are talking with Real Sociedad, and the fee that's being quoted is like in the region of 30 million euros, and I think that's a bargain for Arsenal. He's 20 years old, Spanish midfielder, and I think he's not really going to come in and start he's not going to be a first teamer. More likely is going to be a squad player, but you need those players. I keep on saying that Arsenal need to build a squad if they want to compete with Man City. Trusted players that can come in and start whenever and perform whenever they need it. They lost El Neni last year, so there was a gap in midfield. Emil Smith-Rowe is also going, and then most probably is like a deep line midfielder, more like a player like Xhaka, you can say. And with Thomas Partey being injured consistently every season, Arsenal get in trouble whenever that happens. So Merino coming in, I think solves that problem. He can play with Rice, and he can alternately play with Partey as well. So it's a very smart signing. It's not confirmed till now, the talks are going on, but personal terms have been agreed with the player, and I think if they do get this over the line, it will be a very great signing for Arsenal. Staying in Arsenal, and this one is going to make is making me very sad that Emil Smith-Rowe is going from Arsenal to Fulham. The fee has been agreed, the personal terms have been agreed. The medical is scheduled for tomorrow, and as I said, I'm really sad. I loved him. Like he came through the academy. He came with Saka, but injuries have not helped his career. They have plagued his career. Every year he keeps on getting injured, and like it's a sad story. It kind of reminds me about like Jack Wilshere, but I hope his career does not end the way Wilshere ended, and he can have a good time at Fulham. And I think Fulham have made a great signing. They lack creativity in the midfield, and ASR will give him that. There's no doubt about that, and I think it's a very good signing for Fulham, and to get him on like 35 million pounds, I think it's a steal for Fulham, and I really wish him best of luck, and that he has a great season and a great career ahead at Fulham right now. And the final player that we are gonna talk about, and I think this one has come out of the blue. There were rumors that he would leave, but nobody like expected this to happen so quickly. It's Conor Gallagher from Chelsea, and it's like the rumors are about him going to Atletico Madrid for 40 million euros, the price that has been quoted. The clubs have already agreed the fees, and now it's just between the player and the Atletico camps. Chelsea have given him new contracts 2 times, but he has rejected those terms. The second time he would have been one of the highest paid players at Chelsea, but he still has rejected that. So now Atletico are just waiting to get personal terms agreed with him, and then they can officially sign him. And I think that signing is like a dream for Antonio Conte. He likes players who like basically who are like animals, who love to run, who can run as much as you want. They can cover the length of the pitch whenever you want. He's a hard-working player, loves to get physical, and I think he's a dream signing for Atletico Madrid and Antonio Conte. And I think this one will get over the line. I don't think Callagher is going to make any high demands from Atleti's board that this deal collapses. Right now, as I said, the fee between both the clubs have been agreed, so the ball is in Callagher's court. Maybe he can have a U-turn and accept Chelsea's offer and stay at the club, or maybe he will accept Atletico. We will wait and see. So these were the transfers that I was going to talk about in this video. Please let me know what you guys think about all these moves and how these players are going to help their new club. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, bye bye.